Welcome to Addiction Group's podcast, where we address pressing questions about addiction. Our goal is to provide insight and guidance for those seeking answers. I'm your host, Anna. Welcome to another episode on Addiction Group's podcast, where we delve deep into issues affecting individuals and families alike. Today, we're tackling a serious and pressing issue: teen alcohol abuse. Joining us is Ben, an expert in addiction and treatment. Ben, can you start by giving us an overview of why this issue is so critical, particularly among teenagers?
Absolutely, Anna. The crux of the problem is that teenagers are at a more vulnerable stage in their lives. They're naturally curious, eager to experiment, and unfortunately, this can sometimes lead to a rapid progression from trying a drink to full-blown addiction. Teenagers face unique challenges and pressures, and without the right support or coping mechanisms, alcohol can seem like an appealing escape.
It sounds like there's a blend of emotional and environmental factors at play. What are some of the main reasons teenagers turn to alcohol?
Well, Anna, it's a combination of things. Teens might be combating low self-esteem, looking for stress relief, or succumbing to peer pressure. Mental health issues also play a significant role. Adolescents with anxiety or depression might misuse alcohol to feel better. And of course, if there's early exposure to alcohol within families, that can normalize drinking for them.
Those are some concerning influences. How can parents recognize if their teen needs help, specifically alcohol rehab?
It's important to be vigilant. Indicators can include sudden behavioral changes, secrecy about drinking habits, new friends who drink, or a decline in grades. If they're withdrawing from activities they previously enjoyed in favor of partying, or you notice changes in memory or concentration, these could be signs of a deeper problem with alcohol.
That's sobering advice. So if parents do notice these signs, what steps should they take?
The first step is to consult a healthcare professional, like a doctor or therapist, who can recommend treatment options, including specialized facilities. It's essential for the teen to have a supportive environment to address not just the addiction, but also any underlying psychological issues.
I see. So once a parent has determined their teen needs rehab, what types of programs are out there for them?
There are primarily three types: inpatient treatment, where the teen stays at a facility; outpatient treatment, which allows them to live at home while receiving therapy; and partial hospitalization programs that provide a middle ground between the two, with more intensive care than outpatient, but without full-time residency.
And how do these rehab facilities for teens differ from those for adults?
Teen rehab has to account for the unique developmental stage adolescents are in. The staff is specially trained in teen substance abuse, and the environment is tailored to be safe and constructive for young people. Boys and girls are often housed separately to minimize distractions, allowing them to focus on healing.
When choosing a treatment center for their teen, what should parents look for?
A center that allows parent involvement is crucial. You want individualized treatment plans, a nurturing environment, and comprehensive care that looks at the whole picture, including mental health support. And don't forget aftercare. It's vital for preventing relapse and supporting continuous recovery.
Can you speak a bit about the impact alcohol has on a teenager's developing brain?
Sure. A young person's brain is still developing well into their 20s. Alcohol can impede the growth of critical areas responsible for judgment, impulse control, and memory. This interference can have profound and lasting consequences on their cognitive function and decision-making abilities.
That paints quite the picture of the risks involved, and we often hear about binge drinking in young people. Why is this particularly dangerous?
Binge drinking amplifies all the risks associated with alcohol consumption. It can lead to drunk driving, various injuries, and increased chances of engaging in risky behaviors. It's not just a present danger, but it can also set the stage for chronic health issues and potential addiction later in life.
Stunning, really. And a harrowing aspect you've mentioned is the connection between teen drinking and sexual assault. Can you elaborate on that?
Absolutely, and it's tragic. Alcohol can blur lines and impair judgment, making teens more vulnerable to sexual assault. It's a tool sometimes exploited by predators, leading to situations where teens can't consent or defend themselves. It's a serious concern that affects too many young lives.
Ben, this discussion highlights just how critical it is to be aware of and proactive about teen alcohol abuse. We appreciate you sharing your insights with us today.
My pleasure, Anna. It's essential to keep these conversations going to educate and hopefully prevent alcohol abuse before it starts.
To our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Addiction Group's podcast. Remember, if you're concerned about a teen in your life, seek help early. Stay safe and informed, and join us next time for another enlightening discussion. Thank you for tuning into Addiction Group's podcast. We hope our discussions bring clarity to your queries about addiction. Remember, we're here to support and guide you. Until next time, stay informed and stay strong.